Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here, relaxing. Well, not really relaxing. I'm just sitting down for a moment because I got a lot of things I want to do today. I washed my face, I washed it off again because there's always something on my face when I go back and look at these videos. There's either something in my eyes, on my lips, blah, 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 blah. But everything looks pretty good so far. So I'll be out and about, in a couple of hours because I want to do some things. And I just sit here reflecting, very, very thankful and grateful for this opportunity to be present, to be genuinely present and know that I am sitting in my chair, taking in all the senses that I am aware of. And to be in moments like this, because that's what I think is so special about 2022, 2023, and towards 2029. There are some significant things going on that none of us understand. And so just make that very clear. No one really understands what's really going on with the planet or any other so-called old knowledge that we had out and that was presented to us as we were developing in our lives. So let's just stay with my lifetime. We were trained, we were not really educated. We were brainwashed, indoctrinated about how to learn and what it means to have knowledge and what it means to understand and be reasonable and rational and logical. We were not taught those things, okay, regardless of what anyone comes forward and attempts to tell you. Now, the great thing about it is that you can attain all of that yourself, okay, via meditation, via contemplation, via thinking for yourself. You can understand the knowledge and the information and the education necessary to be a genuine, developing, evolving human being. Okay? If we were thinking human beings as we were developed to do so, we would not need artificial intelligence at all. There would not be any entrance. I know obsession with it, interest, and focus on it. Okay, to me, artificial intelligence was created by human beings who have no idea what it means to be a human being, and they lack. I can guarantee you, they lack interpersonal relationships, and more specifically with themselves. Okay, I think a lot of people that create all of this advanced technology have a lot of self-hatred, self-loathing. Okay, otherwise they would have been focusing on human beings instead, which offer the most value to interpersonal relationships in any computer technology, computer application will ever come close to. Okay, I think what's significant about all of this year and last, let's just say what's significant now. What's significant now is about love and interpersonal relationships and universal love. Okay, but no, everybody wants to take it on a science level and think they understand the science level, which we don't. If we did, we would not be in the position we are with about to destroy virtually everything on this planet. Okay, we wiped out a lot of animals and we're on the verge of wiping out a lot of people as well. So I think what's significant now is about being fully present in your reality and realize what is the fundamental purposes of your life. And it's about love, but it has to be self-love first and foremost. It has to be self-love. And then you can branch it out to love among everything else. Okay, it's not about staying in your house all day and all night looking into a computer screen or looking into your cell phones. Okay, fantasy and imagination is fantastic when you're out in nature. That's what I said. That's one thing we were thankful for growing up. We had our own backyard. Okay, where we can get out there and just pretend all night. Well, not all night, but all day. And my mom had us in the house, trust me, before the sun went down. We were up when the sun was up. We were down when the sun was down. I was just talking to one of my relatives about that not too long ago. And I said the reason my mom did that is because there were so many of us. And she knew she was responsible for all of us. So she made sure all of us went to bed at the same time. We all had our baths. We were fed. We had our baths. And we took our ass to bed. Like clockwork. She took care of all of us that way. And that's why we are a good law-abiding family. Okay, my dad, he didn't want, he thought it was a waste of time, which eventually it will be, to be sitting up in a classroom listening to someone blah 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 in your ear. Okay, he knew it was important to do something with his hands, fix things, build things. Okay, so. And in the future, I know in the future, I sense people are going to be paying so much more attention to agriculture and infrastructure. Okay, because those things are what's going to save a lot of people. Unfortunately, the damage is done to the infrastructure. But I sense in the future, there's where the focus is going to be. It's not going to be sitting in classrooms or sitting in front of computer screens. Or looking in our phones, because a lot of us are not going to be able to. Okay. It's about fundamentally reconnecting with human beings. All of us reconnecting together with like-mindedness. Being gentle with each other. Helping each other through all of this. It's a consciousness. It's about our consciousness. So I just sense that a lot of people may have missed so many opportunities to connect with people because they preferred to, because something happened, and what I understand, and it makes sense, something happened to a lot of people who are so focused on this AI technology that started in their adolescence. Something was not developed, in my opinion, properly to where they could not rely on a human being, but yet they rather rely on toys, to get through the day. And so those toys turned into computers, turned into this and turned into that. Now it's AI. Okay. Instead of connecting with human beings, now we are forced because we became so complacent. We allowed these kind of minds of people, these kind of thinkers with their self-loathing and self-hatred to come in and create all of this technology. Because it is self-hatred to want to replace human beings with computers and make computers exclusively the way we interact with people instead of interacting with human beings. Again, if we were connected properly and our interpersonal relationships had not been severed as they have, we would not need AI at all because we would have each other. Okay, so I'm thankful again that I had parents in my house that we knew there was love in the house, even though it was chaos. Okay, chaos. But somehow with some certain people, something happened in that development stage where they did not develop properly. They did not develop the proper interpersonal skills to deal with, first of all, themselves and the function of their bodies and what the images they saw in the mirror Something got severed there. And it's caused all of this to turn into what it is. They created a monster when they thought they were creating a companion, something that wouldn't leave them, somebody that wouldn't abandon them, somebody that wouldn't hurt them. As I said, we all have gone through stuff. Okay, my childhood, like I said, was my childhood perfect? Hell no. And it wasn't supposed to be perfect either. Okay, was there chaos in the house? Yes, there was. But was there love? Yes, definitely. Definitely love in the house. Okay, which developed love in my thoughts, love in my being, because it is about love. Okay, my parents were always there for us. And some people grew up with their moms. Their moms were always there. Okay, so it's about love. Okay, and don't go around. A lot of people like to go around and make these excuses about all the trauma they went through in their lives and all the chaos and terror. And a lot of people are just exaggerating their experiences. That's all I'm saying, because we're all getting into these imaginations and fantasies. And now it's popular to tell everybody I've been abused. Okay, I've been this, I've been that. Always looking at a negative part of your reality to justify, this and that and the other. Instead of saying, look, because like some of us, we just picked ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and kept it moving. Okay, we don't use our abusive experiences to capitalize off of people. So this is significant times, people. That's all I'm saying. I can feel it. I can sense it. This is significant. And it's not about always trying to tackle science. It's not about science, actually. It's about love. Love can be reproducible. Okay, and most of the scientific stuff out there cannot, even though people want to call it science. It's about love. It's about interpersonal love. It's about connecting. It's about universal love. Okay, and if in my opinion, that's what I would focus on. I will focus on loving myself first and foremost, and loving everybody else, and putting everybody in their proper places, right? So that you don't drain your love, or necessarily not drain your love, but drain your energy. Because there's a lot of parasites out there, leeches. People just because they know that that's what they're missing. You cannot replace it with materialism, and they know that. A lot of people know that, and you ought to. It's about loving people, taking care of people as best we can, being there for people as best we can. We're going to be losing a lot of people, and a lot of it is self-made, man-made. As humans on this planet, we cause all of this. So we just need to know that there's a lot of devastation. I sense, and I'm sure everybody else does as well. Again, I don't know what's going on in the world because I get limited information on my computer. I know that certain content has been blocked. I know that. We're all placing categories. We're all placing demographics. Okay, and so because the reason I know that is before 2022, I was getting everything from all over the world, from all people. And then all of a sudden stuff started happening in 2022. And I won't go into that. Where, okay, I felt like I was thrown into a whirlpool or thrown into a vortex. But I managed to do very well there, actually. I was thrown into not so much because I have no issue with aloneness. But I do have an issue when something is when I'm being blocked. Okay, I have an issue with forcing people into isolation because you don't want to hear what they have to say. Okay, you have a problem with their message. Okay, so many people that's happened to. Okay, all you gotta do is just, you know, in other words, they force them. They shut them off. They shut them down because of what this individual may be sharing with the world, or just sharing in general. Okay, so it's an election season, and that is what's most important to the nefarious types of people. They know it's an election season because they're trying to get what's theirs, you know, in so many words. For a lot of people, election season is their bread and butter. Okay, it's their livelihood, and so that's why they want to be very forceful and how the election season turns out. Okay, they have vested interests, mostly financially, in the election. The election is no different than the stock market. It can all be manipulated. So I'm good. I'm grateful and thankful, and I feel good inside because, you know, I do work on myself primarily, and I do hope to help others do the same. There's no nefarious intentions with me. My intentions are good. Okay, I'm not looking to exploit people, hurt people. You know, I just want to get information out clear and effectively. And it doesn't matter who listens. It doesn't matter who follows me. That's not my intention. I have I'm not looking to drain people financially. I know I have to make a livelihood, of course, and I will do that once I get myself settled. I can get a life. I can take care of myself. This is my point. I can do so many things, but at the same time, you know, I want to, you know, be loving people. I want to be in an intimate relationship. Blah 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 blah. The same consistency is what I speak, and I have been spoken, you know, for a while. You know, once I suspended my ego. So I want to send peace and love to everyone, and enjoy each other, enjoy yourself, and trust me, I'll be back.